We're Team 10949, The Mob, a FIRST robotics team from John Jay High School in Cross River, New York, and this is our Comp 1 overview. We'd like to give a big thank you to Jaybots for hosting the event, as well as all of the NY Excelsior staff and volunteers for reffing and running the matches. We'd also like to thank our sponsor, the Gene Haas Foundation, for helping to fund many of the improvements that we make on our bot every year. And lastly, our mentor, Mr. Peter, for always encouraging us and making us the best engineers we can be. For our robot design, we had a transfer system powered by a Mechnum wheel drivetrain. Our transfer system used an active intake that would grab samples from the submersible, where they would then be slid down a shaft and be grabbed by our outtake and placed in the high bucket. For sample placing, our robot's outtake faces out the back of our robot and grabs samples off the field wall, and then places them on the high bar.
Good out here. Back forward a tiny bit. Forward? Just a teeny bit. Grab a little bit more.
A few days before the comp, we reprinted all of our custom parts in pink and black filament to improve our bot's functionality and also the way it looked. For the autonomous portion, we coded an auton that placed a preloaded specimen on the high bar and parked. Unfortunately, the night before competition, we had an unidentifiable issue with our auton that caused the autonomous to break randomly and unpredictably. Though we didn't solve the issue, we were able to make our autonomous run consistently enough to where we never ran into the issue in any of our matches. At the competition, our qualifier matches went very well. We won 4 out of the 5 matches, only losing our last one by 20 points in a very close match. Because of our success with them in the qualifiers and at past competitions, we became Scarsdale's top pick for finals. After qualifiers, Mob was seeded 4th. And during a line selection, we were officially picked by Scarsdale Robo Raiders. Shout out Robo Raiders. Before finals, with the help of the Robo Raiders, we were able to code an autonomous that placed 1 sample in the high bucket. In our second finals match, we set a state record. During the award ceremony, we won the Innovate Award sponsored by RTX. During our finals match, our drive team had amazing cycle times, scoring 10 samples in the high bucket. With Scarsdale, we were able to qualify for the state championship, and we're so excited to see all of you there. Though we're very happy with our performance at our first competition, here are some of our main takeaways. The improvements that we can make to our bot are the cycle time, the autonomous, and the ascent points. For cycle time, we can do this by creating a faster intake that would significantly lower our time spent at the submersible. We could also do it by creating a faster transfer system. This would limit the time spent between the submersible and the bucket or the observation zone. Lastly, more driver practice would make our drivers more comfortable with the robot and be able to make decisions more intuitively and quicker. Second is the autonomous. 1. We should troubleshoot the issue that we encountered before and during the competition to try and identify what caused it. Second, we could get new and better hardware, such as an external IMU or more precise odometry wheels. Lastly, we should try dedicating more time to coding autonomous so that we can identify issues like the one we encountered earlier, so that by comp day we don't have any issues that can interfere with our performance. Third is our ascent points. We could gain more ascent points in our matches by using old systems or ideas from our previous season's robot. We could also do this by researching what other bots are doing for their ascent systems this year to create our own ideas that work with our robot. Lastly, we should try and dedicate 2 to 3 of our team members just to working on hang to make sure we have the best system for our next competition.